I remember when we spoke to you a few months ago for our cover story in Business Today, you mentioned something very interesting, which is you buy imperfect and sell perfect. That's something which is very important, that you buy imperfect and sell when perfect. Just could you elaborate a little bit on that theory?
Okay, so when you are doing, if you are doing an acquisition today, one has to go really underneath the skin of the acquisition to find out what is the value there is there. So, and therefore, if it's all a perfect asset, then everybody can see it, and everybody, it's a competitive bid, so everybody bids for it, and you're always high. I'll take the case of DHFL, which is in fact the largest transaction in the financial services space in the NBFC, which we did a couple of years ago. Now, on the face of it, there was so much of negativity of that business, and nobody, that there was so much of fraud, etc., etc. But when you went into it, the fraud was more on one part of the book, which was the wholesale book. But the retail had a good value, but you had to go into depth to understand that. So that was an imperfect asset, and therefore that's when we realized that. And when there's an imperfect asset, most people would hesitate to take it because there is some risk. And for a large company, especially if it's a foreign company, it's very difficult to, explain why you've done something, because there are a lot of, auditors, and the diligence, etc., is difficult. So that's where an entrepreneur can take that risk. If you can assess the risk, then you can invest in it. And therefore we did a lot of assessment of what the real quality of the book would be, and therefore we could pay what we did. Nobody else was willing to do that. So that's, and when you sell, if it's perfect, then like Abbott, I'm very happy that even after 10 years, whatever we had said till now works. The systems are still the same. The teams are similar. Now many have retired, but nothing has changed. So that's a perfect asset, you get a perfect value.